Viewers and subscribers, please make sure to subscribe to Saga News TV and give a like and share, because if you don't, you will miss out a lot of news.
The St. Andrew North Police are reported that it conducted a series of raids across the division in search of suspected criminals and illegal firearms. Police indicated that among the dwellings that were searched was that of dancehall entertainer Idona, whose given name is Sheldon Lawrence. They declined to indicate if he was present at the premises at the time of the raid. However, the police say nothing illegal was found at Idona home, but two individuals who were present at the property were arrested pending further investigation. The St. Andrew North Police have declined to share any further information about the raid. Meanwhile, at one of the other raids, the police indicated that one person was arrested and is likely to be charged for breaches of the Firearms Act. In the meantime, head of the St. Andrew North Police Division Superintendent Randy Sweeney is appealing to the public to assist the police in apprehending persons of interest who are wanted for serious crimes and murder in the area. Being sought are Fabian Watson, otherwise called Bulla, and Tristan, a welder of Florence Hill, St. Andrew, and Hamilton Gardens in Portmore, St. Catherine, Javon Matthews, otherwise called Max, of Zambia in Central Village, St. Catherine, and Blue Old District, Red Hills, St. Andrew, Kemar Samuda, otherwise called Scammer or Chopper, of Red Hills Road, St. Andrew, Kenroy Willis, otherwise called Papa of Lawrence Tavern, St. Andrew, who is wanted for murder and a person of interest in several other shootings and murders. The men are asked to turn themselves in to the Constant Spring Criminal Investigation Branch or the nearest police station. Grief and shock blanket a section of West Kingston following the fatal shooting of one of their own last Sunday afternoon. The deceased woman, Valetta Brown, is a well-known figure in the Oxford Street area of Denham Town and is described by residents as a community mother. When the news visited the area on Thursday, several of Brown's children gathered outside her yard. One of them, a son, spoke to the news team with sad and weary eyes. She was a very responsible mother, not just to me and my siblings, but to all the youth them in the community. Every youth we used to write us up, as she responsible for them, as them grow in her hand, he said. According to police reports, about 4:30 p.m. on Sunday afternoon, Brown, a 48-year-old businesswoman, was shot by unknown assailants in her house on Oxford Street. The police were alerted and Brown was rushed to the Kingston Public Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Area 4 Commander Senior Superintendent Michael Phillips said the getaway vehicle was intercepted in St. Thomas on Sunday and a suspect was taken into custody. On Thursday, Brown's mother, Hyacinth Williams, was also a picture of grief. Her eyes welled up with tears as she told the news team that she had lost her hand and her foot. Everybody loved my daughter, and she was very responsible. She wasn't a talkative person, but the whole community loved her. Me did a work at a place and my foot get sick, and my daughter and Father God make me stand up. So because she take care of me, Walita was my hands and foot. I know me can't stop crying, Williams said. The St. Mary police have charged 21-year-old Javin Jones of Brown Street in Baileysville, St. Mary, with robbery with aggravation in relation to an incident that occurred on Stennett Street, Port Maria on September 21. Reports from the Port Maria police are that at 7:20 p.m., the complainant was transporting Jones home. Upon reaching a section of the roadway, Jones reportedly asked for a stop and then pulled a ratchet knife, placed it at the man's throat, and robbed him of his Apple iPhone 13 Pro Max cellular phone valued at $130,000 along with $22,000 in cash. Jones then exited the vehicle and escaped. A report was made to the police and an investigation was launched. During the investigation, Jones was arrested. He was charged after he was interviewed in the presence of his attorney. His court date has not been finalized. Thanks to the swift action of the St. Mary police, 2 firearms have been taken off the street and 5 men are now in police custody, following 2 separate operations in the parish on Wednesday. Reports are that about 5:30 p.m., lawmen carried out an operation at a house in Industry Pen, 3 Hills, where a Taurus 9mm pistol, along with 9 rounds of ammunition, was allegedly found wrapped in a scarf and hidden in a closed basket. Later that night, about 10:10 p.m., the driver of a underfit motor car and 4 male passengers was signaled to stop. A search of the vehicle reportedly uncovered a Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 8 rounds, hiding under the passenger seat. Police also found an additional 10 rounds in a transparent bag inside the car. The 5 men were arrested in connection with the finds. Their identities are being withheld pending further investigation. The St. Mary police are appealing to citizens to share what they know about illegal guns, wanted persons and criminal activities by calling 876-994-2224, 876-333-9530, 119 or Crime Stop at 311. A man wanted in connection with the gun slaying of a St. Catherine fruits vendor was fatally shot during a police operation in the parish. The deceased has been identified as 38 years old Dansville Powell, otherwise called Alex, and Coolface of Aero District, Riversdale, St. Catherine. Reports are that about 6:40 a.m., police armed with a search warrant went on an intelligence-driven operation in searching of Powell, who investigators said was the suspect in the September 28 murder of fruits vendor when unsummoned and entering the premises. Powell allegedly attempted to disarm a member of the police party. During the struggle, another cop opened fire hitting him. Powell was assisted to the Linstead Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The Independent Commission of Investigation INDECOM have since launched a probe into the incident. Pay a fine of $280,000 or spend 14 days in prison. That was a sentence handed down to a St. Catherine man who crashed into 2 vehicles and fled the scene. When he appeared in court on Wednesday, Donovan Benson of Spanish Town addressed pleaded guilty to charge of dangerous driving, driving without a license, no insurance coverage, and leaving the scene of an accident. The sentence was delivered by Senior Parish Court Judge Janil Nelson Gale. Reports are that on Saturday, September 13, Benson was driving a Nissan AD wagon when he speeded to the intersection of Duncan Spain Road and the Spanish Town bypass. The vehicle slammed into 2 cars. Before Benson spread away, he was later intercepted by the police, and during questions, it was revealed that he had no driver's license and no motor vehicle insurance. He was arrested and charged. A St. Catherine man met a gruesome end when his vehicle slammed into a concrete column along the Spanish Town bypass, leaving him with a severe head injuries and a dislodged eye. The deceased has been identified as Rashan Jones of Woodpecker Drive, Kingston 11. Reports are that about 10 p.m. Jones was driving a 2010 IS motor truck towards Angels upon reaching a section of the roadway in the vicinity of the El Prado housing scheme. The vehicle reportedly slammed into a concrete column. The impact left the vehicle extensively damaged. Jones suffered severe head injuries, including trauma that dislodged his left eye. He was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The St. Catherine North Traffic Department is probing the matter. A police constable was summoned to the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on September 30 to answer to a wounding charge related to an incident involving a civilian man in 2018. The incident reportedly occurred on June 25, 2018 in the vicinity of the Garmax Textile Complex on Marcus Garvey Drive. Constable Brenton McLean was charged with unlawful wounding following a ruling by the Office of Director of Public Prosecution, ODPP. McLean is set to return to court on December 8, 2025. According to INDECOM, since 2024, 47 law enforcement officers have been charged in relation to incidents investigated by INDECOM, 28 in 2024, and a further 19 in 2025. 21 of the 47 charged Jamaica Constable Force and Department of Correctional Service were in relation to assault investigation. Police in St. Thomas made a big drugs bust on Wednesday night after intercepted a motor truck loaded with suspected ganja along 3rd Street in Morant Bay. Reports are that about 10:30 p.m., members of the St. Thomas Highway Patrol, acting on intelligence, stopped a white truck near the Ruby's service station. Checks allegedly revealed several large bags in the back of the truck containing a substance resembling ganja. When questioned, the driver reportedly admitted at the scene that the bag containing the drugs. The divisional duty officers was informed, and the Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division was called in to assist. About 12:55 a.m. on Thursday, a 12-member team from FNID arrived at the Morant Bay police station, where Watson was taken into custody and interviewed. A total of 30 bags weighing 1,567 pounds was seized. The driver was processed and interviewed at the station. Charges are expected to be laid pending further investigation.